So in today's class, we are going to continue on the model paper 1, and this is part 3. If you haven't watched part 1 and 2, I advise you to first go to part 1, part 2, and then come back to this part 3. And each time you are done with one part, practice those sums and see that you try to do them without seeing, and after achieving success in those part 1 and part 2, then step into part 3. Okay, so in today's class we have this question to solve. The first question is, if 2304 equals to 2 power of x into 3 power of y, then find the value of log x base y. Log x base y. So in order to find the value of this question, first of all we should have the value of x and the value of y. Until and unless we have those values of x and y, we cannot find the answer or the value of the given question. So our target is first to find out the value of x and y, later the whole thing. In order to find it out, x and y, we need to see where actually x and y are there in the given question. If you observe this question very carefully, you have x and y on the right side of the given equation. So 2304 is equal to 2 power of x into 3 power of y. X and y are there on the right hand side of the equation. So you have to find the value of this x and this value of y. For suppose, in place of 2 power of x, you have 2 power of 1. Then the value of 2 power 1 will be obviously 2. For suppose, if you have the value of, in place of 1 we have 3, 2 power of 3, which means 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2. 2 2s are 4, 4 2s are 8. So you get the value of 2 power 3 as 8. So on and so forth. For example, 3 power of y, instead you have 3 power of 2. So it is 3 multiplied by 3, that's 9. And now there is a multiplication sign in between both, which means 2 power of 3, which is in the place of 2 power of x, 3 power of 2, which is in the place of 3 power of y, both should be multiplied. That means 8 and 9 should be multiplied. If you multiply 8 and 9, you will get 72. 8 9s are 72. But here we don't have 72, we have 2304, which means the values of x and y, what we supposed, are not 3 and 2, but they are something else, greater than 3 and greater than 2 probably. Okay, so that was just an example to make you understand how the values of x and y both work together to get this value 2304. Now, after having understood just like that what the sum actually means, now let us really get into the solution part to understand the values of x and y. First, we will take this 2304 into the rough column, and then we will try to find out its prime factors. Okay. In order to find out the prime factors, let's first divide the given number with the first prime, that is 2. 2 is the first prime number, even prime number. I have taken 2 because this number in itself is an even number, because the last digit is even, or any number that ends with 0, 2, 4, 6, 8 can be divisible by 2, so I have taken 2. Now, 2 ones, 2, again 2 ones, 2. In this there is 1 balance, 1 and 0 becomes 10. In 2 table 10 you can see 5 times, because 2 5s are 10. Now we have 2 2s are 4, 2 2s are 4. Now the next step, when we are going to divide, we'll check what kind of number is this. Basically it's an even number, because the last digit is 2. Any number that ends with 0, 2, 4, 6 or 8 is said to be an even number, and if it is an even number, then again you can divide with the prime number, that's 2. So 2 5s are 10. From this 11, if you subtract 2 5s 10, there is 1 balance. That 1 balance with 5 if you keep, it becomes 15. So in 2 table 15 you have to see 7 times you can take. 2 7s are 14. 14, when subtracted from 15, you get again 1 balance, and that balance becomes 12 with 2. So 2 6s are 12. Now the third step, when you want to divide, you just check the last number, it's 6, therefore it's an even number. Take prime number 2 and then start dividing. 2 2s are 4. So in this there is 1 balance. So because there is 1 balance, what we are going to do is, that balance number will keep here 17. So 2 8s are 16. In this 1 balance, again 2 8s are 16. This is how successfully we divide. Then we'll move on to the next level. Again, this is an even number, so divide with 2. 2 ones 2, 2 fours are 8, 2 fours are 8. Again an even number, so take 2 again. 2 sevens are 14, 2 twos are 4. Again an even number, 2 threes are 6, 1 balance, 2 sixes are 12. Then again even number, 2 18s are 36. Again even number, 2 nines are 18. Now if you see this time, this is not an even number, 9 is an odd number. Any number that does not end with 0, 2, 4, 6, 8 is not, I mean it's an odd number. If it does not end with 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, then it is an odd number. And because it is an odd number, what we will do is we will not divide with an even number, okay, because 2 is an even number, don't again keep 2. Then take another odd number, try with the next number after 2, which is 3. Okay, so here fortunately we can see 3 threes are 9. So when you get a prime number in the ending, you can stop it there. 3 is basically a prime number, so you can end it up there. Now you just see how many 2's we have and count those 2's. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And you see how many 3's we have in the ending. There are 2 3's, which means 2304 is now equal to 2 power of 8, because there are 8 2's and then there are 2 3's. That's why it is 3 power of 2. So if you expand 2 power of 8, 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2, like that, if you take 8 times for suppose, and multiply all those, you will get some number. Say for example, 2 2's are 4, 4 2's are 8, 8 2's are 16, 16 2's are 32, 32 2's 64, 64 2's 128, 128 2's is 256. So 256, and here 3 square 3 3 is 9. So if you multiply 256 with 9, you will get this number 2304. Now if you observe carefully the first and the second equations, by comparing, we come to know that LHS, LHS both are equal. This makes even RHS, RHS equal. So if we take the RHS parts, 2 power of x into 3 power of y, and let it be equal to 2 power of 8 into 3 power of 2, and equate the first part with first part and equate the second part with second part, you get 2 power of x equal to 2 power of 8. And so 3 power of y equal to 3 power of 2. So if the bases are equal, powers are also equal. Therefore, we get x is equal to 8. And here also, if the bases are equal, powers are equal. So y is equals to 2. This is how we get the values of x and y. X value is 8, y value is 2. After having found the values of x and y, we will now take up the main question. The main question is log x to the base y. So this is equals to log as it is. In the place of x, take this value 8, and in the place of y, take the value 2. Later, what you need to do is, you take log as it is. Instead 8, write it as 2 power of 3, because 2 into 2 into 2 is 8. And this base 2 as it is. In logarithms, we can take the power to become the coefficient. Okay, so 3 when taken here, on the left we get 3 log 2 base 2. Also remember, in the same logarithms, we also have a formula wherein if you have these two things same, then the value of that becomes 1. Okay, I'm writing it here, log x to the base x is equal to 1. So in the place of xx, keep whatever, but they should be same. Log 3 base 3 is 1. Log 10 base 10 is 1. Likewise, log 2 base 2 is 1. So the value of this whole thing is 1, which means 3 multiplied by 1. 3 multiplied by 1 is finally 3. So the value of the given question is 3 if the value of x is 8 and the value of y is 2. You see, this is only a sample question, but in the exam they may not give you the same to same question. They may change this number 2304 to something else. They may also change these two things to something else, but whatever they may do, let them do. The procedure of doing is the same. You have to take that number anyways, do this, you will have to get the right side part, then get x and y, and then find out whatever is the question. So this sample question you need to try out with different numbers in your free time. change this number to any number that you like. Take a single digit number, take 2-digit number, take any kind of digit number, put it there. And this one, instead 2 power of x into 3 power of y, just make a small change. Take it as 2 power of y into 3 power of x. Okay, let this y be here and x be there and try to solve. Try to do it in multiple ways so that you will become very confident in that concept and you'll be ready to do any sum. Thank you. Okay, welcome back. So here is the next question to solve. This is from statistics. Write the formula of mode of grouped data and explain each term of it. So there are two things that you should be doing. Number one is formula you should write, and then second thing is explain each term in it. So the formula is right here. Mode is equal to L plus F1 minus F0 by 2 F1 minus F0 minus F2 into H. This formula is for grouped data, remember it. And every term of this mode formula I have already circled it. I have not circled these two because they are already circled in other place. So what exactly those terms are, if you want to understand, then you need to better go through an example. So here is an example which I have just now written. So in this example, what you have to understand is the let's take for example 6 over here and 5 here. So this is the highest value, and then to make you understand easily, I am given this example. So first select the modal class. After selecting the class of mode, then what you do is this number above 6, take it as F0, below it is F1, and below F1 is F2. Later in this class, which is called modal class, the left side number represents the L value, and then the numbers that you count from 20 to 30, okay, there are 10, that becomes the value of H. H is equals to 10. So to start with, L is nothing but lower boundary of the modal class. Okay, 20 or 19.5, they are the lower boundary of the modal class. Moving on to the next, height of the modal class. Height means the range between the lower boundary and the upper boundary, which is nothing but 10. And then F1 is the frequency of the modal class. If you can see, whatever we have highlighted, that 6 is called F1, which is the frequency of modal class. Then F2, which comes after F1, is the frequency of the succeeding class. Succeeding means that which comes after is called succeeding. And the last one is F0, which is before F1. This is nothing but the preceding. Preceding means before thing. Succeeding means after thing. Okay. And that which is in the middle is taken as frequency of the modal class. Depending on these values you correctly select and substitute in this formula and correctly solve according to the procedure, you will get the value of mode at the end. Of course, in the days to come, we will solve problems even on this grouped data with a table and all the values and the formula and then all. But as a sample, as of now, you need to understand this. Thank you.